In this lesson, we're going to begin working on the pants of our character. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into our subtools here, and I want to select the pants, and you'll see that they show up here. Let's go ahead and leave the body and the t-shirt visible, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and hold down Control and click and drag outside on the canvas so that way you deselect or unmask the pants there. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and just kind of start shaping the pants themselves. We've got a little bit too much detail in here. We can see the knees of the pants. You really wouldn't be able to see that in a character. So let's go ahead and take our draw size up a little bit. And then let's hold down Shift. And let's also turn on symmetry in the X direction. So hold down Shift and start to kind of smooth that out a little bit. We just want to lightly do that. I really don't want to change too much of the shape of the pants themselves because whenever we start adding folds to jeans, it's important to have the shape of the legs there because the surface of the body is actually going to influence the way the pants fold. Okay. Now there are a couple of things that you may want to change up. For example, if we come in here, you may want to change up kind of the width at the bottom and the overall shape of that. So with our Move tool, let me go ahead and switch to orthographic, so turn off perspective there. Switch to our Move tool, and let's bring that up a little bit higher. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the pants away from the body right there and then away there. And I'm going to pull them down a little bit lower on the heel and then pull them up a little bit higher on the foot here. Because whenever the boot comes in, or the shoe, that's how it's going to influence it. Okay, and so just kind of pull that away on the back there just a little bit. Not too much though, because I don't want to get too far away from the surface of the body. Okay, these are going to be jeans that are a little skinnier. Okay, they're not going to be completely form-fitting though. Also, let's make sure that we go ahead and pull out the knee a little bit again. Okay, and there we go. All right, so with that set, one other thing that I want to go ahead and do is I want to get rid of any polygons that are on the inside of the pants. So with that selected, let's go ahead and just turn on or turn off the view on all of those so that way it just solos this out. And let's hit Shift and F, and I'm going to hold down Control and Shift, and I'm going to click on the inside there, and that's going to select those polygons on the inside. Let's hit Control Shift and click on that one more time, and it's going to hide that. Now with that hidden, I'm going to go down to Split, and then I'm going to say Split Hidden. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to split that into two parts. So we have the inside polygons that we now have selected. I'm just going to go ahead and delete those out. Okay, let's go back to our pants. Let's hit Shift F, and there we go. So now we can come in and we can start to do a little bit of work on this. I want to move the crotch of the pants down just a little bit. And then I also want to fill in this area right across the buttocks here. Okay, pants do not go into the crevice like that. So I'm going to use my clay brush to fill this in. Let's use a smaller brush on this. And I'm just going to go ahead and start painting that in and filling that area in. It's okay if you get a little sloppy with it at this point. It's not that big a deal. Okay, and just filling that in, making sure that symmetry is turned on. And then with that filled in, let's hold down Shift and just smooth it out. Try to get it back to that original shape there. Okay, I have to go ahead and fill that in a little bit too. There we go. All right, so there we've got the shape one out of that. So kind of soften that up. It does take a little bit away from that a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so there we have that. Taking a look at any other areas that we would want to take care of. I think we're okay. You might pull that away from the knee just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it the way it is, because once I start adding folds around the knees, we still want to have some hint of the surface of the actual leg there. Okay, so now that we have this all fixed up, we're going to go ahead and move on into our next lesson, and we're going to start working with some of the different folds, the main folds that we'll see in the pants. So if you want, you can come in and just kind of start smoothing some of these details out just a little bit. You may even do a little bit of extra movement, especially right here along the back, a little bit, just kind of rounding that out a little bit more, and making some final adjustments. But we should be pretty good right where we're at. All right, so I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll start working on the major folds of the pants.